This is Adil Yasser. This is a translation of the video I made 2 days ago. This is my first video to post on YouTube. I thought about posting it for a long time because, as you know, YouTube and the internet is full of videos, and I'm sure there's a lot of videos about the same subject I'm going to talk about. But I thought that if one person can get some use of it, then this is good enough for me. What I want to talk about is books, reading, movies, watching, music, listening, also listening to audiobooks. We live in a world of social media now. Of course, this matters before social media, but social media made it more widespread, more solidified. When people join any platform of a social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, they usually join the people that have the same ideas they have. So they live, as they say now, they live in a bubble, because they only know information, they only receive information from the same people they have the same thought with. So what happens day by day, or maybe they are before, from their education, father, mother, friends, whatever, their thinking become more rigid, and then they will not exclude other people. They're intolerable. They have no tolerance to other people, and they automatically think and categorize people. They hate them, and after that they become racist against them, although they don't know anything about them or really know what they are, how they think, because they only receive information from people that want them to receive misinformation. That's why we have to, what they call, fact check everything nowadays, really. Even the media, TV, the news stations, you have to fact check anything you see, anything you read. You have to do some research, and you have to broaden your horizon, broaden your thinking, broaden your mind. How to do that is by reading, by watching, by listening to other people's literature, movies, music, because we are, as humans, we all have the same human values in all religions across the board. Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hindus, Buddha, Shinto, they have the same human values. Don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie, be good to your wife, have basic human values. And literature through the millennia and before, thousands of years, usually good literature that lasts and keep on lasting, and people still have some value to it and read it, prize it, is the literature that has the same guidelines. Now I thought about which book should I recommend for reading. There's many books, but I thought this really is the one that should be the first one. It's not a big book, a small book, very light, very optimistic of thinking. It's the book called The Prophet, from the author Khalil Gibran. Khalil Gibran was born in Lebanon, but of course he immigrated when he was a child to the States, and he lived most of his life there until he died. He was born in 1838, died in 1931, and this book, believe it or not, was published in 1923. 100 million copies got printed, and they're still printing it, and they're still selling it. They teach it, and they taught it, and they are teaching it now in the universities. Very nice, light, small book. Talks about basic human value. Talks about love. Talks about death. Talks about education. Talks about children. Very deep. And for example, Fairuz, the famous Lebanese singer, sang many of his poetry. The group Mr. sang The Broken Wings. That's from his poetry. John Lennon has a song called Julia. That's from his poetry also. And Selma Hayek made an animation movie with the same name, The Prophet. I really recommend for you to read it. Of course, all the books, songs, I'm gonna try to do them all in English if I can, are going to be in my Q8 Adult blog spot. It's gonna be in the description. I'm gonna put some of the forms of the book in the descriptions also of this video. Now I'm going to. There is no excuse for you guys. You have to read it. I'm PDF form, Kindle form, Apple form. If you don't have time to read it, fine. Take it in the car, listen to it. Nowadays, all the music, the news are always bad and sad, anyways, and all the music is repeated all the time. So listen to it in the car. Of course, if you didn't hear about this writer, I'm going to give you a little taste of his writing. It's about a prophet called Al-Mustafa, and he lives in the city called Arfalis, and he's leaving. So people are asking him questions, and one of the questions was about children. Now listen to this piece. Let's cue some music. Okay. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts. For they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls. For their souls dwell in the bonds of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, and not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. I mean, come on. Don't you want to give your kids a hug after that, or kick them out of the house, whatever the situation is? Anyways, as I told you, you can find all the books in my site that's going to be in the description of this video. So go ahead and give me your thoughts, give me your ideas. Of course, you have to excuse me for all the mistakes I made, because I just sat down and started recording. I didn't prepare, like the Arabic one. And of course I had many other thoughts, but that sums what I wanted to hear. Read about other people, read other people literature, listen to their song, expand your horizon, expand your mind to be a better human, to understand them. Don't just assume who they are and receive information about who they are, no matter who they are, from any religion, any creed, even your neighbor. You don't know them. You have to know them. And to know them, you have to read, you have to expand, as I said, expand your horizon. Thank you very much for listening. I hope I am of use for you guys. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye.